cubic meter is huge.
What would these look like?
Nobody's happy. Let's go over this math. Today we're watching Season 6, Episode 10 of Futurama, The Prisoner of Benda. Let's get into it.
Professor is brutal, but he's right.
As a man thinks back on the mistakes he's made,
Like the heaps of dead monkeys?
science cannot move forward without heaps.
So what mistakes are you talking about?
He's saying the mistakes in his life, he's pontificating about like general stuff. And then Amy jumps in, she's like, oh, but the heaps of dead bodies, like dead monkeys. And then the professor gets real edgy, gets really upset about it. So the science can't progress without heaps of dead bodies. And it's brutal, but that's right, particularly in like the biological research. And so I was reminded of this mouse in Russia. There's a statue that's dedicated for all the mice that died in learning all we learned about genetic research.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Another angle, slightly different season. Let me zoom in there and like really see it. It's like this mouse, and it's super cute. It's like an old mouse and it's
got some glasses.
It's knitting. Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. And knitting the DNA strand.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
So beautiful art, but also like dark, but also
it's dark.
Thank you for the mice. Can we read the description?
Okay.
The monument to the laboratory mouse in the sculpture in this city in Russia is located in a park across the cytology and genetics. And the monument commemorates the sacrifice of the mice in genetic research used to understand biological and physiological mechanisms for developing new drugs and the curing of diseases. I mean, it's true. Yeah, we do testing on animals, but it's for the greater science.
And
the question is, where's the line?
Heaps and heaps and mounds and mounds.
Yep.
Brutal.
But
hey,
that's how science is sometimes.
That's right.
I just make electrons. I'm a physicist. It's great. And I don't have any moral qualms.
Right. Physics didn't lead to nuclear weapons or anything.
No, it did.
I did. Yeah. A cubic meter is huge.
You're barely giving me 12. I paid for 15 robot clowns per cubic meter a car.
I've got 20 of them per cubic meter.
Wait, what's the problem with the cubic meter?
A cubic meter is big. And
Yeah.
these numbers are rookie numbers. 12, 15, 20. Like you can't... Look how tiny these robots are.
Okay, cubic meter is 1,000 Nalgenes. That's how I remember it. So like a meter this way, meter this way, meter this way. 1,000 liters is a cubic meter.
Yeah.
And so you're saying, okay, so what you're attempting to do is, given the size of these tiny little baby robots with the swords and then the chainsaw swords, there should be a lot more than 12.
Right. This guy says he only got 12. He wanted 15.
Uh-huh.
And Bender does 20. First off,
more than 20.
he's got more than 20 in his belly. And his belly is clearly way less than a meter cubed.
Meter cubed. Yeah. He's like an eighth of a meter cubed or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assume
so that's a real
meter.
miscalculation.
Yeah, right?
Wait, who's in Bender's body at this point? The professor? Wait, can we listen to him? Play it again. Listen to the voice.
Yeah. I honestly
Who's in
don't
Bender's
remember.
body?
A car?
I've got 20 of them per cubic meter.
That's the professor.
It's the professor.
Professor should be
Fucked
the
up.
best at understanding this. Yeah, something wrong. Something wrong here.
Wrong. Yeah. I think this is a common thing, though. People underestimate how large a cubic meter is. It sounds not that big because a meter isn't that long. But like, picture it, like cubic meter.
But when you cube it, actually pretty
Cube
big.
that some bitch, yeah, it's huge. Mm-hmm. At least on human scales. Like, imagine a box that big is you can't really carry it. It's so
You
big.
can't carry it. It's too large. Unless it's light and then you can carry it over your shoulders.
Right, it had to be real light because it would be so difficult to sort. Even at that size, it would be hard to just handle it.
Be annoying. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Unless there's like a handle on it.
which is a handle.
What would these look like?
I'm a robot like you. Go ahead. Ask me something only a robot would know.
A reverse Turing test, eh?
You're asking what the reverse Turing test would be?
That's what I would say. That's what I'm asking. What would they look like? A reverse Turing test.
So what is the Turing test?
A Turing test is a test that you as a human give to a robot, and you ask it questions. You interrogate it to see if you can convince me, if I'm like behind the screen, can you convince me that you, a robot, are actually a human?
Okay.
Okay, so a reverse Turing test. Yeah. Let's figure this out. Reverse Turing test would be from a robot to a human, and the human needs to convince the robot that the human is actually a robot.
Okay.
Okay, so what would a test look like?
Oh my goodness. I mean, do math?
Yeah, right. It's kind of like any math that's beyond simple math. The humans like no
Right.
chance, can't do it. It
I
could
mean,
be
Hell, even a succession of simple math problems, humans gonna have an error eventually.
oh yeah, okay. Even if it's easy addition, like just straight up addition, but do it fast. Humans gonna mess that up. Can't keep up.
Mess it up. Yep.
I was thinking something like power down and turn back on.
Okay. Yeah, we don't like
right. We don't like humans powering down.
right. And I guess it's on command too, because the humans like time for sleep, and the human brain is like, no, time to think about things. So I can't consciously.
Oh
make
gosh.
myself
I wasn't
power
even
down.
thinking about sleep. I was thinking about like full shutdown. Full shutdown, like come back Ben tomorrow.
Right. If you were a robot, you could just be like, dude, done, and then somebody else turns you back on.
If you're a robot, it's like open up your panel. Let me see your insides, and then close it back up. Like, oh, human, nope, don't like that.
That's right. We can't open up. Like, here's a skin flap, and then show our internal organs.
Those
You
are
good?
organs.
And then,
Put it back. Zip, zip, zip. No.
no.
Anything else?
I mean, just appearance,
Uh huh.
right? Like clang, 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 this kind of thing.
Oh yeah. How hard is your body?
That's right. Need a hardness test.
Hardness test. Yep. Radiation shielding.
EMP.
EMP.
by
Are
EMP.
humans damaged by EMP?
I think they're damaged by electromagnetic waves of certain types, but
Okay.
not an EMP, because I think an EMP just passes right through us, whereas an EMP passing through circuitry
What if I-
would like push
what if I made
electrons around
a-
and burn it out.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly right. So an EMP goes through circuits, pushes around electrons, makes voltages, and then like overloads things. That is different than if I were to make an EMP of like UV light, like bam, there's your cancer. This is different.
That's right. Wait 20 years. Like,
Okay. You're a human. Okay. You don't pass.
nobody's happy.
Parties, the jewels, the beautiful robo women. I'm so bored with all these pretentious trappings.
I mean, it seems like a good situation. What's the problem?
Gosh, I mean, he's super rich. He's got
Yep.
robo babes all over him. He's got
Babes.
the jewels. He's got the
Jewels.
boat.
Oh,
He's not happy. He's not happy. What the heck?
why is he not happy? He's got all the things.
He's got all the things. This is life. Like, you have all these things in life, can't be happy. Get super rich, not happy.
Oh.
Super poor, not happy. No, why am I never happy? What is this? What the,
Why are we never happy?
why are we never
Thanks,
happy?
life.
Thanks, life. Because they want you to chase.
Chase.
Because if you're happy, you're not chasing. Got chase. Rise to the top. If you're at the top, be topper. Even more top.
Topper. Like you're saying that the climb is a necessary part of life. And so if you get to the top and then you're like, oh, I'm at the top of amazing, I can look down at all the commoners. This is an empty feeling.
It's an empty feeling. First off, you were motivated by like being better than others, which is a comparative thing, and you never did any eternal work. But then all of the things you thought you wanted ended up not making you happy, and so now you're not happy.
Brutal.
Ah,
Okay.
why can't we be happy? I mean,
So
why can't we be happy?
Yeah. Yeah. So what you're saying makes a lot of sense for humans, but does that
Yeah.
make sense for robots? And so so for humans,
Yeah.
like a part of the grind, the climb is a part of like an important part of like our psychology. But
Yeah.
for robots, where you're made to be a bender, you're made to be a prince, or you're made to be a factory person, whatever, right? And you're not permitted to do anything else, then I think if we treat them like humans and we say like grinding and climbing is a necessary part of your life, I think that would mess up a lot of robots. I think they need to be okay with being whatever they're made to be.
So what you're saying is, if it was like a menial job, like you have a robot who is a bolt turner for his entire existence, if we program, or whatever that means, the robot to be super happy while turning bolts, it's not really exploitation or anything anymore, because he's happy.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Doesn't need to
So
climb. He's already at peak.
Right. So should we treat them? So we treat robots like people, but should we treat them where people were like, we want to teach them like climbing and grinding is an important part. But if we could teach them to instead to not worry about the climb, not worry about the grind, like this is just your position in life. This is what you're made for. This is the only thing you're ever going to do. Be happy with that. Then, as you said, it's not exploiting. We're not forcing them into a job that they don't like. We're just giving them the one job that they're made to do that we allow them to do. And then they do the thing.
Exactly. So as long as the worker bees are convinced that they're happy while doing the work, we're cool. It's not exploitation. Hell, they don't even need to get paid. They're happy with doing their work.
Yeah, as long as they can get food and shelter. I guess that's the thing, right? As long as they can provide for their lives and they don't have expectations of being yacht owners or whatever.
I mean, if you're happy turning that bolt every day,
Turn the boat.
are you not winning at life?
Makes you think.
It makes you think. How fast could one get fat quickly? Like, what's the fastest rate you could get?
Obese. Okay, we're not talking about putting on muscle. We're talking about just any mass. Put on fat, whatever.
Any mass. Yeah. Like, okay, so what's her name again?
Leela?
Leela. Leela's eating a stick of butter, but it's actually
Amy
another
inside.
character. Amy inside.
Yeah.
So she's eating butter. Okay,
Butter.
you're just stuffing butter into your face.
Tom.
How fast? Like, you couldn't get in a day. You're gonna see no changes. I think, right?
Yeah, you'll get a little bit of weight just because your stomach's full and your intestines are full, but it's not yet incorporated into fat and muscle, right?
Maybe like a tiny bit, but like
Right.
most of it's just gonna go straight on through you.
I think you're right. Because I think the body would say, I can't process this fast enough as fast as you're shoving calories in me. You're just going to shit it out. Think?
Yeah. So Leela's body
Mm-hmm.
gets fat within like a day, which I don't think is possible. Like, how? What is Amy doing?
You're saying getting fat, another way you could say this is getting fat is a slow process.
That's right.
If you want to gorge a couple of days in a row, like that's still okay. But it's you shouldn't let it go on for too long.
I think so. But then my other question is just how, if you're like, today I'm going to begin and I'm just going to get as obese as possible. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's the fastest that could happen, and what's like your process? Like sugars, and you just stuff your face, and like maybe 6 weeks out, you're getting.
I mean, okay, you should still be why sugars? Sugars because it's high calorie for low satiation. Mm-hmm. That way you have to keep going. Is that what you're saying?
So yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you need to sprinkle some fats and proteins in there, or you can just go sugar? Just go sugar.
I think you should still be nutritionally balanced. We're just talking about quantity. Okay, no, but this the argument we just made was that if you were to eat, say, only proteins, your body would be like, hey, stop it. I got enough satiation. Like, stop eating this.
Yeah.
But if you eat sugars, which are low volume but then high relative caloric density, then you can like eat like fairly unrestricted. I guess. I don't know. Is that true?
But maybe there's some balancing act where you have to have good nutrition so your body can like optimally, put on the pounds. Right? If you're all out of whack nutrition wise, just sugar, your body's like, I can't even build the fat.
This might be a PhD project for someone to figure out.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if it's ever been studied. How fast can we throw mass on people? No, that's got to be studied.
But is it okay? But we're talking about optimizing this. I don't know how you would get permission.
You're right.
But you need to pack on the pounds, and you don't care how ASAP. What's the method?
Mm-hmm. Just as fast
and how
as
fast
possible.
could it possibly be done?
I don't know.
Seemed
Go
unrealistic in the
industry.
show, though. Let's go over this math.
No matter how permuted up your minds are, they can be restored using at most 2 extra players.
Okay, so what's the situation? What's the math that they're trying to solve?
Okay, so I think the problem is they have the mind swapper.
Yep.
So they have bodies, and they can swap the minds and the bodies.
Yep.
So they want to swap everybody back to the original,
everyone
original
to the
mind,
original
to the original
bodies.
body.
Yeah, but there's a rule that you can't swap with the person that you've already swapped with.
That's right. So I thought initially like you could just reverse all the swapping you did, and then you get back to normal. But you can't do that because you can't reverse swap.
Right.
So the question is, how do you get back to normal? Because you can't swap. You can't do a reverse swap. So once A goes to B and A swap, they can't swap back.
Mm-hmm. And if you introduce C, well, then you can go A and B, then B to C, and then C to A. But then now you have a problem again where C to B had already happened once. So you can't do it with two. Or you can't do it with one additional person.
One. Right.
I think you need to have an even number of people, which is two.
Mm-hmm. So I think you were telling me this is an actual theorem.
Sure is.
That what is it called again? It's the
it's on this page. It's the Futurama theorem, named after this episode. I guess it depends on who you're talking to. They call it different things.
Theorem. How do you spell theorem? Theorem. There we go.
Yeah, so in 2010, David X. Cohen revealed that.
Here we go.
David X. Cohen revealed that the episode written by Ken Keeler, a PhD mathematician, penned and proved a theorem based on group theory and used it to explain the plot twist in the episode. Keeler doesn't think it's so humble. So humble. Keeler doesn't carry enough weight to be called a theorem, calls it a proof. And then another person says, we should call this the Futurama theorem, Alexander Bogolamny. And then a mathematician, Grimes at the University of Cambridge, calls it the Keeler's theorem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess it's the theorem that solves this problem, like made from this episode, became an actual real theorem. That's super cool.
Super cool. And what is it? The problem statement is you have a bunch of people mix up their minds, but you can't reverse. You can't go back directly. Mm-hmm. So how many people do you need to introduce to be able to go back
to untie
the original
that knot.
Configuration? Untie the knot.
And
apparently
is two.
The answer is 2 and 2 only, which is surprising.
Why is that surprising?
Because I would have thought it would be 2 or more, right?
Okay.
I can always
so
add...
I guess my thoughts was an even number, which would be 2, 4, 6, 8. What you're saying is that the answer that they provide is 2 and only 2.
I see what they say again.
No matter how permeated up your minds are, they can be restored using at most 2 extra players.
So he says at most 2 extra players. He doesn't say at least 2 extra players.
Right, that's specific language.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. So I think it's at most 2, because if I were to introduce 3, well, that violates that I need an even pairing. So which means I go to 4. If I go to 4, well, I can use group theory, and I can map that back onto the previous problem. Like if I had 50, I add 2. If I add 4, I take these 2 and I absorb them into the 52, and then I'm back to the original problem.
I see. So if the more you introduce, you can just redo the problem with a higher number.
Yes.
So there's really only a need to introduce 2.
Right.
Introducing more than 2 just reframes the problem to a higher number.
Exactly.
Okay. This is really cool by Futurama.
That's really good, right?
Yeah. Super cool.
Put PhDs in behind writing cartoons. Good stuff comes out.
Okay. Now that I actually want to read this theorem, but I'm not going to do it now, but I'll actually read it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. And that's it. See you guys next time.
Next time.